Hi guys, how are you? I hope everything is fine. We're gonna continue with the episode 4 of the game through with the Isabella. The game is ARA History Untold. So, now I continue a little bit the game in parallel, and we get to the next era. Okay, I just got to the next era. We are the first. If we go here in the standings, I'm still the second place from point of view prestige, but uh, I am the only one which actually is in the Bronze Age. Everybody else, the EI is in ancient history. I'm the first, guys, the first. So Isabel, it's extremely good in researching things. You're gonna say no. We just keep our city small. We keep our quality of life big, and we gonna have a lot of research. We're gonna expand. We're gonna expand controlled, and this is gonna give me. If I go to some statistics, or maybe I have in the standings. Let me check if I have the research in the standings. Production, no. Most agent Tahera. Yeah, I think here we have only the Tahera, so I'm on the first position. But if I go to the statistics, oh come on. If I go to the statistics, on the research, I am I think a little bit double. Not quite double. So the next one is Canada with 13. Okay, I didn't discover yet Canada, but I think it's the next one. So I'm at the research button at 23. Okay. Age achieved, the highest tech is bronze working. So Isabella Skyber, okay. So the next technology, well, normally, if I had the horses, I think I bothered you too much with the horses. The first technology would be actually the wheel, but just because I didn't discover actually the horses, we're gonna start with the code of law. Why this code of law is so important is gonna give you the monarchy. The monarchy, as a form of government, is gonna give you +1 to the city cap. So for the moment I have 3. I'm already at my maximum city cap. And in plus of that is gonna give you a very good and cheap recipe, which is called code of law. The code of law is gonna be important because it's giving you 15 city knowledge. So you can actually accelerate some research using code of laws as a recipe. But now we're gonna focus mainly on production. Okay, we have already uh, the booty as a researcher, and I received another paragon. Um, Euclides, which is a writer, and is giving me 10 knowledge in all cities, which is good. For instance, Madrid in my case, which is the maximum for the moment, is gonna become a little better in research. So it's gonna add me 20% on the production for the research. I have a base of 10 because of the great heart. The value from the CPT is 4, so total 14, plus this 20% is gonna give me just a little bit of 17. Okay, I see here they actually adapt this research. They could do the same thing with the production. I think they could do the same thing with the production because all the time the production goes to waste. Okay, so it's a let's say a well-developed city, Madrid, which is my capital. Also, we are preparing for our first exchange. Um, let's call it trade with our friendly AI. Um, I would like to have actually 8 forces to deploy. So the for the land forces, the maximum cap is 8, and you're gonna see quite very soon why. Actually, I discover forces, by the way. Um, I will say it's a good news and the bad news. I discover horses. This is the good news. The bad news. The horses are in the capital of the Romans, of the Roman Empire in Rome. Ah, you know how you're saying. Anyway, it was in the plan. We can adapt. So this being said, one thing I was starting to touch on the last episode was the messages. The messages are overwhelming. Okay, overwhelming. When you start to craft, when you start to produce any goods, you're gonna have this type of messages like crafting complete. You have this. Um, so it is not. Um, it's not maybe. And this is not. This is not about maybe an improvement. If they solve the issues, maybe we gonna see this improvement to be able to choose which messages might be important or which messages might not be important to be displayed here at a given moment. Because with the progression of the game, the messages will become more numerous and numerous. No, I'm sorry, what can I say? I'm not, by the way, I'm not English native speaker, so uh, they will become quite very um, crowded and just to play a single round to pay attention on those messages is gonna be harder and harder, and you might actually end up missing a very important thing you you are supposed to follow, and you just gonna get frustrated. Like okay, I wanted to have, I don't know, trade agreement. By the way, I proposed few trade agreements with the AI. It seems they accepted, which amazed me, which literally amazed me. Um, yeah, because I'm gonna do a very kinky stuff. So It seems that almost everybody except my trade agreements. Um, one of the features, but let me finish with the messages just before all that. So this messages will become overwhelming for the player. What I do recommend to the developers, if you have time to just to put something here like a selector for the messages. Maybe I'm not interested in anymore in crafting new products, so I can skip those messages or should not be displayed in these pop-ups. Maybe I'm not quite interested in annoying changes in relationship with some other EIs, and I might wanted to skip something. So if you can come up with system in which the player can choose the type of messages he wants to see, it would be very nice. I know it's a really big development, especially the type of messages might be quite very different from trade agreement proposals accepted, in which you might be very, very, very interested in order to receive notification. Um, by the way, regarding the trade agreement, for instance, there was the AI which actually was proposing the trade agreement that I was accepting the next round. I was not having a pop-up saying, okay, everything is fine now, your trade agreement can be, it's active and you can do some exchange. So this regarding the messages, it would be nice to have this nice improvement regarding the game. I have a decline from from the Aztecs. It is accepted by the British, which is okay. And oh, also I have a bribe offer. Strange. I gonna decline this one. Okay, thank you very much. And I gonna decline this one. Goodbye. Okay. Um, so I think I gonna befriend these guys also. Hopefully, I'm not pretty sure which one I befriend. This one. They are in blue, so they're gonna come to join my empire. Gonna increase the number of people in my city. Yeah. Um, okay. So this pop-ups, and another thing which is annoying regarding the messages, because I was in the same. If, for instance, if I had multiple crafting elements in a single turn, and I remove one by theoretically I could remove it one by one by right clicking it. The problem is the following. Sometimes they are switching the position, and when they are switching the position, if I first right clicking those messages, I might right click another message I didn't even have the time to read it. And yeah, this part with moving. If you want to organize it in categories, it's fine, but do not. And I think this is another bug of your application market developers. Do not move the category up and down. Okay, keep the category in the same place. So I can remove all the messages I'm not interested in from a category, for instance, what my workshops crafted, and after that I can't read other messages, relax, or I leave only the important messages to continue. Um, by the way, now, um, so we have actually two trade agreements, and of course I cannot see the trade agreements because of this. Goodbye. Agreements. Maybe I can see it from here. No. So I have no idea. So the yeah has the capacity of accepting and writing me in the same round. On the other hand, I do not have the capacity of seeing just the trade. Okay, just a small issue. You can note it. Kudos for the developers. You are the best. So maybe let's go to the push. I'll be able to. Okay. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on. Great. Now, um, in the last update, so I have the last update. I saw a note regarding the trading, and they said, okay, now we explain quite a lot regarding this trading. And I'm curious because I didn't found it in Encarta or the wiki of the game, whatever they call it so nicely, Encarta. Um, I'm curious what they are explaining regarding the production. Hmm. Nice. That explains quite a lot. So maybe if I take this one. Um, in my big review, I was saying something like 50 for the connection. Yeah, so I was right. So it's about the cost production. You divide it by 50, and here it goes your item portals. Now my lovely Isabel, actually my from Spanish Isabella, uh, she had she has something like +2 production. Uh, so let me show you. And Isabel. +2 trade production for each commerce improvement. I do not have commerce improvement, that's for sure. Okay, at least I have the margin. So I'm quite very curious. These two, if it is this, but still I do not. I'm gonna buy the tools from her, and I think also the goods because I have sufficient merchants. Um, it's okay. It's okay. So do you think it's gonna add me something like +2 here? Because I'm gonna build a trading post. Maybe, maybe not. We gonna see. They just finally put something. Yeah, they explain you what I explained. I guess actually, I'm a very good. I'm really proud of being deducing so well the formulas. But anyway, the trading doesn't make no sense for the moment. So you have 50 production on trading has no correlation with any production whatsoever. Yeah, so I being honest, guys, I don't know what can I say. Now, what was important? You have this cultural thing. Okay, so with your influence, you can buy claims. They're gonna go 50. After that, the next one I think is 150. After that, they gonna add 100 for each next claim you're gonna purchase. And the claims are literally let you to expand uh, your city. Doesn't matter which one. Okay, so the claim is gonna be available for all cities, or you can buy a trade. Now, these are quite very useful. Um, as you imagine, I'm totally kidding. But we, and sometimes the text is totally, how to say it, totally bugs. Okay. Um, this one is gonna give me two culture in all cities, but active trade agreement. So I have hopefully two trade agreements. Okay. So if I take this one, I should have plus for culture in every single city. Um, this sounds very good because I have a lots of EIs. If you remember, I put actually 24. 24 multiplied by 2 should be something like 48 culture in my city. So I should, how to say, swim in culture. Theoretically, if I succeed to befriend some of them, but some of them I gonna take down, and I gonna let some live. Let's say. Let's do a quick save. Just because I'm not quite really convinced of the text. Let's do a quick save for this one, and let's take this cultural exchange. I'm quite very curious if actually it's working. Come on, give it to me. Thank you. Now, how much Madrid is producing as culture? I have to. Wow. Huh? No, I saw something. Cultural exchange plus 4. Okay, from the city tier I have a minus 5, so um, hmm, man, it's working. It's actually uh, what it was written over there. So might not be so bad as actually as a threat, especially for Isabel, which is but I gonna load the game and I really don't need the culture. I think it's quite very small, but usually some of them maybe. I like the usually I keep my threads to city caps to be able to build more and more city because building more cities they're gonna give you at a given moment more armies. Having more armies is gonna give you the opportunity of fighting more wars and gaining more capitals. I'm actually interested in eliminating. I thought I'm gonna do some kind of very special exchanges with AI. And by the way, this is the way actually I'm recommending you play this game because trying to do something else, um, you want to go up with this research. And hopefully, in the next episode, we're gonna go to war with our friends in Rome, and we're gonna take the capital. They are trying to survive. They already push settler up, but I'm interested only in the capital, not on the secondary city. So I'm gonna just declare a small skirmish and take Rome. I'm gonna expect some response from them. Not gonna turn my back on them. Now this being said, let's go to the next one. Next turn. Okay. I collect some cash. Very good. Very good. I did some crafting. And this is also annoying. It's telling me every single time, yeah, you have sufficient influence to purchase a region. But on the other hand, it doesn't tell me when I have sufficient influence to purchase a new uh, trade. Okay, I have actually sufficient influence to purchase some of those too. And the thing is, when those they're gonna be available for four turns in my case. So the number of turns they are actually limited, and you might have a good one you want to take, and the problem is you need to really pay attention to the game is not helping you as a player um, to get that threats you like. For instance, in my case, the plus one city cap. As you can see now, I have four because I'm on the. I discovered the Bronze Age, the Bronze Working. So Bronze Workings give me plus one in my city cap, so I can push actually another settler in order to create a new city. but because the settlers actually are costing, um, let me show you, are costing a little bit. Uh, they're not heavily cheap, and in plus of that, they increase for every next settler with 15. So initially, for producing your first settler, so it cost me 100 production. The second settler cost me 150. Um, the third one will cost me 200. So every new next settler, you're gonna add extra 50. I do not know if there is a limit of the growth of the production cost of the settlers. So it might become actually cheaper to get a city, also a city from the yard. Hopefully they put it what they should put it. I will for balancing purposes I will put this as the settlers. But anyway, it doesn't not another thing. It doesn't take into account the number of city you have. Okay, so if I capture cities, the price will be still acceptable. If on the other hand I'm trying to create new cities, and now I have the opportunity to raise actually my own cities. This is the button, by the way, not recommended. If you want to raise a city, the next settler might take into account that. So if I was to raise a city, uh, yeah, I still gonna pay the price for the settler. As usual, I think this is another bug for this joyful application. Okay, so let's see what we want to build. Nothing, it's a two. Okay, great. This is only stone bits, so it's okay. As you can see, I didn't build any dwellings. My city get locked to level 4. My capital is locked at level 5. And they're not advancing anymore, okay? So I do not gonna reach any new claims on those. Wow, you're gonna become friendly with me. I think the guys are gonna kill me. So you have this type of events, giving 40 materials and 20 timber. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to have a good relation with this guy for the moment, not for very long time. You like to take them one by one. Okay, divide timber, divide timber. That's the best strategy you want to apply. So I have a new time generated. I think the city here grow a little bit. What should I take? Should I take something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Right. That's, so I was not able to see this one. Um, yeah, I would like to have something which is sufficient big, maybe Albacete or Sehail. Sehail is a region which has five, and I would like to already open the possibility of creating docks. This region, Gijon, it's actually quite very small. It's only three. I'm interested a little bit. I'm gonna explain you why I'm interested in having the docks, and I have an ICT jewelry just for you. Now this one only becomes 70, and now the production it's getting somewhere. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I have 15. Now, being a secondary city, the expert doesn't matter too much. By the way, in my capital, I put the expert on my great heart. Okay, so not this one, other one. So in Madrid, you have I have an expert which is actually on my great heart because it gives me something. It gives me actually it, it makes it's doubling the research per turn. Initially I had 5 and now I have 10, and I have a plus to city production from 8 to 10. Okay, so this one is giving you something. On the other hand, normally if let's say I would like to move my expert on some other improvement, if I can do this. Okay. If I had to move this expert in under improvement, it's gonna give me something like 150 harvest production, and the equivalent of a plow, for instance, in the farm. So it's almost nothing. Okay. Um, Usually, what you want to do with your experts is to, if you have a great heart, of course, they're gonna make sense to put them over there. If they're gonna give you research, literally they're gonna double your research on the great heart. And on the other hand, they're gonna, if you have different other buildings, we're gonna see a little bit later. Um, like the school or like they're gonna give you actual stats. Uh, what I will do, and this is another hint, do not waste your experts on growing the productivity of adding just a multiplier. Uh, if you remember, we had a look to this one, and actually what the export is gonna be doing is gonna add you, in my case here, exactly what the plow is doing. Okay, so it's gonna add me only this 150. It's gonna contribute to the multipliers. It's nothing special. it is literally you're gonna waste. The experts can be very strong, and if you have them, use them where they matter. Okay, prioritize first the work or the research in my case because I'm on my capital. Second of all, prioritize the quality of life given by different buildings. Um, so to just to give you an example of potential buildings, we have this for the moment. I do not have too many functional buildings, but for instance, let's take the watchtower. Okay, I do not know if it actually can accept an expert, but this building itself, it doesn't produce anything, but it's gonna give you 15 security, city security. Um, literally is gonna increase quite a bit my security in the city. So as a strategy of what I'm applying, actually, I'm increasing the quality of life in my city. I'm building those buildings, okay, and after that, I gonna increase the size of my city. When maybe I'm 100 plus here, I have no advantages over the plus. The quality of life stays at 100 maximum. But if I see, okay, I could have even more, now it makes sense to increase your city here a little bit. Or if you know, yes, I have the opportunity to increase my city here, I let the city grow. Otherwise, no, do not leave the city to grow. It's gonna just give you debuffs and debuffs and debuffs, and you're gonna literally crush a city. So this is the I, I I do not know how much I should underline this. This is extremely important. Okay, it's exactly what the AI is doing. The more you leave the AI by itself, it actually is gonna destroy city. We're gonna capture some capitals. You're gonna see the one of the first building is actually is gonna be a dwelling in the city center to give them the maximum potential housing. This is the yeah. This is the yeah. If I was to build a dwelling, first and foremost, I will not build it in the city center because I'm gonna lose the control of my city growth. Okay, but the AI it's really weak. It's literally really weak in taking this decision and optimizing the game. Um, as usual, with my best regards to the developers. Guys, you said in version 2 actually improve a little bit the AI, and if you are passing from the first stage, which actually I have no problem passing it. um, yeah, uh, I think I think if you follow these videos, it's gonna be like walking in the park. From your first steps, you're gonna be in top, and you're just gonna roll. You're just gonna finish the game point without any difficulties. And regarding this, there are also some industrial, let's say, workshops like the apothecary, which might give you also some benefits to your city. So the apothecary, they are giving you 5 gold and 5 knowledge. Not bad, but there are only few on those categories. The majority of them they are giving you nothing. Okay, so you will make sense, for instance, to build the apothecary in your capital somewhere, just for this five for this 10 quality of life stats. By the way, for because I'm on the buildings, you're gonna see this um, how to say these symbols. This means on nations, so on your empire, all cities, you have a limit uh, of this type of buildings at 6. So you can build maximum 6 apothecaries. Um, Now I don't know what's going to happen if I'm capturing actually a city which has apothecaries. Let's say I'm already at max out and I'm capturing a city which has an extra apothecary. Maybe it's not going to destroy that apothecary and it's going to keep it. So I expect some issues over there. The same thing. So if we have this icon, this means it's per empire. So I can build maximum 10 bakeries. I really do not understand this type of limits. Also, you have this one, which means you can build one per city. This one I understand. On the other hand, okay. For instance, the watch tower can build one per city. The granary you can build one per city. On the other hand, for the other types of, for instance, fermenting pits, you can build only three in your empire. Mm. I understand the limit on the cities. I do not understand the limit on the empire, especially. But what can I say? It's a very. I think they put this limit just because the performance of this game are not so. How to put it politely, are not so good. Um, I have no idea. I cannot tell you a reason why they put this. It's not related to the balance of the game. It's not related to anything. It's literally just a joke. They thought about something, but I think as usual they didn't use too much their brains. Uh, I had, by the way, as a joke, uh, I was having these friends of mine, and they were saying about certain people. They have very relaxed mind because they're not using it for relaxed brains. I think I think these guys are in the in the same in the same category. Anyway, so lots of messages. Okay, I haven't tried to actually join in. Let's see what they got. And oh, they got some jewelry. Okay. I was expecting some metal ingots. This I was expecting. I love metal ingots. Why? Because they're gonna help me build my source maps. And I'm gonna cure another one here. Okay. Yeah, that was my last one. By the way, the metal ingots, you'll be able to produce them from the blacksmith, but in the Iron Age. I'm getting uh, how to say, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. We're gonna be able to produce those iron ingots by ourselves, and I'm not gonna chase them all over the map. Now, this being said, I'm gonna continue this game a little bit in parallel. I I'm gonna build up a little bit of troops, and in the next episode, actually, we're gonna attack Rome, and we're gonna see what is gonna be the result. Would we be able to capture Rome or not? It is very important because if we succeed to capture Rome, that's gonna mean a boost in our research and also a nice city with a very very nice production just because of Isabella. And in plus of that, I expect to be related to the standings on the first place. Okay, because I'm sick and tired of being the second. Right, Isabel? Right, Isabel. She's honestly, she's pretty. I like her. Now that I understood how I supposed to play her, I think it's I think it, I think she is quite very pretty. Okay, guys. So, see you around. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. Whatever you want. And see you in the next. Bye.